Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah Elizabeth here, and I'm back at it again with another video in my uniform with this flashing light flashing on my face. So today I am doing a Flight Attendant Q&A for you guys. I got a lot of questions from you guys and I just want to answer it all in one because I know this is super new and super exciting for a lot of you and even for myself on my channel. So I'm excited to answer the questions that you guys asked for me. I asked on YouTube and Instagram for you guys to send me a few questions that you had about you know, this new career, and you guys definitely did that. So I'm excited to answer all the questions for you guys to the best of my ability. I am still new to this career, so you know, just bear with me on some questions. So I'm not gonna do too much rambling in this intro, but please be sure to like, thumbs up this video, and comment down below your favorite part, of course, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. And guys, we are almost to 20K. The family just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I'm so happy about that. Like, I don't think y'all understand how grateful I am for you all, and I just want to share that with you. I know I probably say it every freaking video. I love you guys, and thank you guys so much for, you know, supporting my channel. It means the world to me. And without further ado, let's get on into the questions. So starting with YouTube, I'm gonna look at those questions first, since I posted there first. So the first question is, what is the process to become a flight attendant? I know a lot of people want to become a flight attendant. This is a very saturated career, and a lot of people don't even know how to start, how to get into it. It is very competitive, and I want you guys to kind of know the process so that you kind of have a feel of what to expect. So basically, you apply online like any other job. You go to the company's website that you want to apply to and just fill out the application, do whatever it says. The next step in the process is you'll get a video interview. If they liked your initial application, you'll get a video interview or over the phone interview, and do it that way. Do that interview, and then you move to the next step, which is finally the face-to-face interview. In this interview, you can have 3 people interviewing you. You can have 1 person interviewing you, 1 person then another person interviewing you. You could be in a group of people getting interviewed together. It all varies, and I've been to a couple of interviews, so I kind of know the process and like how each airline kind of differs between each other, and how you know, the interview process differs, should I say. And yeah, so after that, they'll let you know if they find you to be a good fit for their company or not. And then you can either know on the spot or via email, you know, a few weeks after, a few days after. It just all depends on the airline. So yeah, the process is, it may sound simple, but it's a long process, and you have to be patient. So be patient if you are planning on starting the interview process or the application process to become a flight attendant. Just have patience. Okay, next question is, where was my first layover? So my first if you don't know what a layover is, it's basically you're on a trip sequence, and each night you'll spend, say you're on a 3-day sequence, each night you'll spend the night in a different city or state, and when you're spending the night, that's called a layover. I hope that made sense. But yeah, that's the best I can explain it. So first layover was what was my first layover? Oh, Nashville, Tennessee. Oh my gosh, I loved Nashville, Tennessee. That was my first layover, and I had the best hotel room, the best view. Oh my gosh, I love Nashville, Tennessee. I definitely want to go back. And it was such a great experience, like being able to have a nice layover. The weather was nice. I was able to go out to the pool during my first layover, so it was really nice. I loved Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, and they have great barbecue. I'm from Texas, and we have good barbecue, and they have good barbecue. Oh my gosh, I was in shock because, you know, I've never been to Tennessee, period. So yeah, that was my first layover in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, have you ever had a scary experience while flying? Yes. It was my very first flight by myself. If you don't know, I worked with a smaller regional airline. I'm with mainline right now, but I was with the regional airline, and those aircrafts were flying smaller jets. And the training process, we didn't have any in-air training. So when you're fresh out of, training for this particular regional, your first trip, you're by yourself. You might have one other person with you, but pretty much you're by yourself, and you're expected to basically know what to do. So anyways, this is my first trip out. We have to manually close these doors to the jets, to any aircraft. We have to close them. So with the jets, they're kind of older, not as up to date as the bigger Airbus type aircrafts. So I close my door, and then I hear like hissing sound, but I was so scared. Okay, this is scary to me. It might not be scary to you, but I was like, what is this hissing sound? And I didn't realize that, you know, sometimes it makes that noise due to, like, you know, the pressure, the change in pressure, whatever. When I tell y'all I freaked out, I almost started crying. Luckily, I had someone there with me, another flight attendant, and she was just telling me, oh yeah, that's just, you know, explaining to me where that sound was, and I was just like freaking out, like hearing random noises that you don't know the cause of, and it sounds like it could be something like serious, you know, that's pretty scary. So I would say that was my scariest experience so far. Like I said, I pray I don't have anything else scarier than that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question is, can you have tattoos as a flight attendant? Yes, you can. I have tattoos. I don't have any visible tattoos. You can't have any visible tattoos while going through training and whatnot. You can't have any visible tattoos while going through training. Some airlines do allow you to cover up your tattoos with makeup, clothing. So you just really have to research what airline you're working for and what their tattoo policy is. But again, yes, you can have tattoos. I have tattoos personally. So the next question is, what made you want to become a flight attendant, and what are the pros and cons of being a flight attendant? So I kind of touched on this in my other flight attendant video, the reason why I chose to become a flight attendant. But basically, I was in school working a part-time job, and I was just tired of getting paid minimum wage and not really enjoying what I was doing at the time, career-wise. So I was doing research, and flight attendant was one of the jobs that had been on my mind for a while. I just never pursued it. So I finally was like, maybe I should start, you know, trying to actually go for this flight attendant position, this career change. And I don't know what, you know, snapped me into it, but I just finally decided to start going for it. I was tired of, you know, that 9-to-5 job. I was tired of not doing what I liked, what I enjoyed doing. I wanted to go to work and still feel like I had my freedom, not being micromanaged and stuff like that. And with this job, it definitely gives you freedom, and I love that about it. And that's what I need. I need freedom. If you know me, I'm an Aquarius. I like my space. I do not like being micromanaged. And I love to travel. It was one of the things that I put into my New Year's resolution in 2019, that I wanted to travel more. And here I am, traveling and getting paid for it. I said the pros, basically. I share a few pros of that, but the cons, honestly, so far I don't have any cons. The only con would be maybe like being away from family and being on your own, being solo all the time. You definitely have to be in the right mental state for this job, I feel like, because being alone all the time, can get cray. So yeah, those are really the only cons I have. Of course it's different for other people, but for me personally, those are the major 2 cons I would say. It's just being by yourself and being away from family. Is this a permanent job for you, or do you see yourself doing this temporarily? Honestly, I don't know what the future holds, but so far in my heart, I feel like I'll be doing this pretty much permanently. Of course, I don't know what the future holds and what God has planned for my life, but if I had to choose between permanent and temporarily right now, I would choose permanently. Are you scared to fly right now due to the coronavirus? Answer is no. I am not scared. I get asked this all the time, like, why are you still flying? You know, are you scared to fly? I'm not personally scared to fly because I take the necessary, you know, precautions before I get on flights. I wear my mask. I wash my hands thoroughly. I have my hand sanitizer. And most importantly, I pray, and I know that God got me. I know that He has me. Yeah, I pray before each flight, and I'm not scared to fly. Someone said, how are the flights? Are they empty? Are they full? Or like regular? They're like empty. They're like empty. Now, they're honestly starting to fill back up a little bit. I'm kind of nervous for that. But when I first started flying, there were only like 14 people max. I kid you not, like 14 people on the plane. And my recent flight that I just took, it was a pretty full flight. Are you afraid of the turbulence? No. I actually love turbulence. I probably am the only person that you'll ever hear say that. I don't know. I just love turbulence. It makes it feel like it's a roller coaster. And yeah, I don't mind the turbulence at all. When there's gonna be turbulence, I'm like, yes, I'm here for it. Okay. Oh, do you pay for your hotels? No, I do not pay for my hotels. The company pays for them. How is the pay for being a flight attendant? The pay is what you make it, basically. You can either have a good check or you cannot have a good check by choosing not to fly or by choosing to fly more. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can kind of Google how much each airline pays if you're that into it, if you know. But I don't mind the pay. Pay is good for me. Now I'm gonna end it off with this funny one. It says, what is it like traveling all over as a single? I know you be running into some fine men. So that was funny to me. You do see a lot of beautiful, attractive young men flying on your flights, and it's up to you to either have some self-control or go after what you like, you know? Because you can definitely have a boo, a bae, a boo thing in every single city if you wanted to, because that's just how easy it is to get around as a flight attendant. Like, you could literally hop on the flight and fly yourself out. But honestly, for me, it's just like, I see attractive people with any job that I've had. I've seen attractive people coming around. I don't have the energy. I barely have the energy to even be in a relationship at that. So yeah, it's really it's really how you make it. Flying single for me is super easy. It's cool to have eye candy on your flights, of course. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for asking me all these great questions. If you do plan on becoming a flight attendant, my suggestion is to just go for it. Take that leap of faith and start applying. If it is what you want to do, definitely go for it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks, guys.